Carol, can you hear us? Wonderful. All right. Going to reintroduce Miss Carol. Once again, she was diagnosed in June 2018. She actually speaks 6 languages. She has been in education for 47 years. And I'm grateful to have her here with us today. Again, hailing from Culpeper, Virginia, which is why she couldn't be here with us physically, but she is definitely here with us spiritually. Let's give it up for Miss Carol Castrino. We're ready for you, Miss Carol.
You can start. Okay, thank you. What is breast cancer? Breast cancer is a common type of cancer that starts in the breast tissue. It usually affects the cells in either the ducts or the lobules of the breast. Breast cancer happens when these cells grow uncontrollably, forming tumors. There are 2 main types of tumors: non-invasive, which remain localized, and invasive tumors, which can spread to the other parts of the body. Good afternoon, Sisters on Purpose. My name is Carol Caspinos, and this is my breast cancer journey. On January 2018, I celebrated 20 years teaching my favorite subject, my passion, ESL. English as a second language. I love teaching ESL because it allows me to use the 6 languages that I speak. One morning while showering, I felt a small lump under my left armpit. I knew that it was best to be proactive about things as such, so I immediately called my doctor on Monday with my concerns about the lump. He examined it and reassured me, saying that it was nothing but a lymph node that sometimes swells and eventually goes away on its own. He said that if it was there 2 weeks later, he would take a look at it again. Well, 2 weeks went by and it was still there. He said, let's give it another 2 weeks. During that time, the lump got slightly bigger. Now this went on for about 6 weeks until I saw him, the 3rd time. By that time, I was deeply concerned. To help ease my worries, he suggested that I have a biopsy. But he made it sound so nonchalant. If you want one. Yes, I do. I want to know what's wrong with me. That said, I started to stop trusting him. I had a mammogram scheduled in June, so I waited until then to see my regular doctor. I told the doctor, Dr. Diahard was her name, about the lump, and she noted that the lump was above the baseline established in my previous mammogram. She recommended that I have a biopsy. I waited that afternoon because I had to be squeezed into the schedule to have a biopsy done. 48 hours later, Dr. Diahard called me and delivered the unexpected news. You have cancer. Around the world, breast cancer is one of the most frequently diagnosed cancers. In 2020, about 2.3 million women received a breast cancer diagnosis, according to the World Health Association. Several factors can increase the risk of developing breast cancer. These include being older, having specific genetic mutations such as BRCA1 and BRCA2. What is that? I have never heard of this before. BRCA1 and BRCA2 are 2 critical genes that are in our bodies that help fix damaged DNA. These genes are crucial for keeping ourselves stable and healthy. If there are changes or problems in these genes, it can lead to a higher chance of getting certain types of cancers, especially breast and ovarian cancer. People who inherit changes in their BRCA1 or BRCA2 genes have a much higher risk of developing these cancers compared to others. Testing, however, can determine if someone has these gene changes, helping them understand their risk and making their choices to do health checkups, prevention methods, and treatment. Also, people with family histories of cancer need to know about BRCA genes to understand their own health better. A family history of breast cancer lifestyle choices like drinking alcohol and being overweight and exposure to certain types of radiation can also be factors. Besides breast cancer and ovarian cancer, problems in these genes may also be linked to other types of cancers such as prostate and pancreatic cancer. Black women and cancer. Cancer is the leading death of Black women. In 2014 to 2018, it was estimated that 27.3 per 100,000 cases of Black women died from cancer, compared to all the other races. Why does this have to happen? Why does it happen to us? Black women are now at 41% more likely to die from cancer than white women, despite a lower risk of being diagnosed with the disease. This is partly because Black women are more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer at a later stage when it is harder to treat. But why are Black women more at risk? Biological factors. Some studies say that Black women are more likely to get aggressive types of breast cancer, like triple-negative breast cancer, which can be harder to treat. Access to healthcare. Some Black women may not have easy access to healthcare and services. This can lead to later diagnosis. They might face issues such as lacking insurance, living far from hospitals, or having lower incomes, all of which make it harder to get timely checkups and treatments. And then factor in socioeconomic factors. Economic issues can impact health. Black women often face challenges such as lower incomes and higher unemployment rates, making it more difficult for them to understand health information, seeking help, and following treatment plans. There is also the cultural attitudes. In some Black communities, there may be beliefs or feelings about illness and treatment that prevent people from seeking care. This can lead to delays in getting help or hesitation